39 points up at half-time. We were playing some really good footy in the first half. Playing simple footy, given the conditions were a bit slippery. So just getting the footy forward, gaining territory is what we were trying to do and what we did. And Goldie was marking everything, Wadey, Benny Brown. We're just playing really efficient footy. The instructions were at half-time were just to keep that up, keep playing that way. We felt as though we were working harder than Collingwood, running harder, doing those things better. But then the second half, it's just like we tried to do the opposite, because it was as Brad said, it was a disgrace. It was disgusting, and unfortunately, our supporters and members have had to sit through one of the worst quarters and worst halves of footy for probably a couple of years. You rely on individuals to be able to just grab the moment and do it themselves. I think the first 3 minutes of this third quarter, we actually won a lot of ball and got the footy inside 50 a couple of times, and we're only a smidge away from kicking the first goal or two in the second half. So could have extended the lead. So early on we were okay there, but yeah, once we were getting challenged, we just need guys to be able to get the footy going our way. I think the responsibility comes back to those on the field. The coach does send down instructions throughout the quarter, but it's up to the guys with their actions to lay the tackle, just to get the footy going forward, to lock it in our half. All things that we did in the first half, but we just didn't in the second. With the news of Brad going to have his back operator on as well, yeah, that sort of flattened the group even more so. But in saying that, it gives everyone a chance to stand up and to man up a bit, and to show that what we're all capable of, coming off a bad loss and coming off the fact that the coach isn't going to be around really for the next 3 or 4 weeks. The assistant coaches deliver a lot of what we see in meetings, and they're heavily involved in training as well. So it's not as if Brad's the only coaching voice we hear from week to week, but it's always good having the coach around. There's no mistake about that. His presence in a room or on the training track really helps set the tone and bring standards up. It's just the way it is. With him not being here, we've just got to make sure those standards are just as high as they would be if he was here. So that responsibility falls upon senior players and the assistant coaches as well. It was great having Croc as interim coach back then, and he'll do a good job now as well. He'll still be instructed a little bit by Brad, and mostly we've had that game plan set, and all the assistant coaches know what Brad expects from training and in preparation and on game day. So nothing really changes. It'll just be a bit of a different voice, but all the messaging and game plan will stay the same. You earn respect in the competition by beating good sides, and West Coast, I think they're second on the ladder at the moment, coming off a great win and a great streak of wins. So that's the perfect sort of side you want to run into after a disappointing game like we had last week. Probably because they're on the other side of the country, we don't get to see them all that much, or they're not in the papers over here, and they're not getting all the attention on the footy shows. So they're flying under the radar, which I'm sure they'll love, and I know Simo will love that. But credit to Simo and what he's been able to do to the club in his second full year as coach.